everyone, my name is Kaseem. Welcome to this week's Dividend and Growth Investing Update. In today's video, we are going to be going over my $42,000 investment portfolio. We are going to talk about how much dividend we've earned this week. We are going to look into S&P 500, how the S&P is doing as compared to the portfolio. We are going to take a look at Tesla because the stock has been dropping a little bit, which has created some unique buying opportunities. We are also going to talk a little bit about the Treasury, the Secretary, the new Treasury Secretary pushing for more stimulus and how that is going to impact the market. We're also going to look into the GameStop saga. I'm just going to add a little bit of commentary into what's going on in terms of GameStop and regulation and just my opinion on those. Just lots to talk about this in this episode, so let's just get right into it. If you guys are brand new to the channel, my name is Kaseem Bada. I do dividend investing and I do dividend and growth investing. Check out some of the content that I have in the channel. Just go and check out some of the videos that I have. I have different varieties of interests when it comes to the stock market, and I share those with you on this channel so we can all basically gain knowledge from each other. So this is a community that I'm creating whereby we can all share investment ideas and stuff like that on a regular basis. Get started. I want to let you guys know that I'm not an investment professional. I'm not giving you investment advice. This video is for educational purposes, and entertainment purposes, okay? This is not investment advice. It's just legal disclaimers that I always like to put out in every single video that I do. Before we start the video, don't forget to check out the links below. I have the links to this particular portfolio. If you want to check out every single companies that I have in here, I have the links down below for you to check out. Even if you want to get your investment started as well, I have the links below. You can use my link. It greatly supports the channel. And while you're down there, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the like button as well. Thank you very much. Let's get right into today's video. Anybody that is new and you're watching this video for the first time, I am a dividend investor at heart. I started this portfolio primarily focusing on investing, and roughly about at the beginning of the Rona pandemic, I pivot into growth investing as well, because there was a lot of growth stocks that I believe will have a lot of growth all throughout the next coming years, and I just pivot to them as well. So this portfolio has done well in terms of the growth. The dividend hasn't been growing as much, but as a young investor, I'm quite okay with dividend not growing as much because I have time to build stake into these companies, but I don't have time to not participate in extremely growth companies like Tesla, like space, like Nvidia. A lot of companies. There's a lot of growth companies out there that I'm trying to focus on in my portfolio. So let's start with the main thing that you're here for. Let's look at the numbers here. I typically like to focus on this number right here, earned dividend. Earned dividend is the main point that I started this portfolio. Is the main point. This is one of the reasons why I just started investing, because the more when I was doing my research into investing and learning about investing, most people, most professional, Warren Buffett and all this Charlie Munger, all the people that are really like OG and old, like really old investors, they really focus on in dividend investing. So I decided to do something similar to that as well. So let's take a look at the income for this week. On Friday, the portfolio received $1.30, 131. If you look at the past week, the portfolio has generated about $7, $6.59, and the portfolio is down quite significantly and I can tell because of Tesla's been down, but we'll get to that in a minute. And if you look at the month here, in the month view, the portfolio has generated $20 in interest, basically dividend payment, and has grown roughly about $500. If you look at in the past 3 months, the portfolio has generated $182. $182 in 3 months is amazing. You know, for me, the way that I look at this is, instead of having this money just sit in a bank and not doing anything and not working for me and not producing any income, I decided to put this money to work pretty much right away and just let the money make more money for me. And the way the portfolio do that is by investing into dividend companies. If you take a quick look here at the way the money gets paid into the portfolio, this is all these different companies that you guys probably know them as well. You know, Costco, Caterpillar, or Realty. This is a real estate company. This is a food company. You know, you have all these companies where we all know them and use their stuff. And you know, look at Apple here, American Express, MasterCard, some ETF. You know, these are all companies that we all basically use their stuff. And as you guys can see, at the moment, some of these companies I haven't even built enough stake in them, but I am receiving very all this small little money. It still comes in. All this, you know, 25 cents, $1 here, $2 there, you know, all this money, it comes into the portfolio and it adds up significantly. And if I do this for like the next 20, 30, 40 years, this would be a significant growth for the portfolio, because the more money I make, like this right here, I didn't put this in, this was just paid dividend. Okay, and when I get this money, I turn around and put the money back into the portfolio and purchase companies that I own all across the portfolio. Okay, I own different companies. I bought them at different prices, and I'm just gonna dollar cost average into all of them over time. So if you like what you see here, consider subscribing to the channel. Really subscribe, support the channel, and you know, give my videos a couple of likes if you like this kind of content, because by you doing that, it helps push the information to new audience as well, and YouTube would notice my account and realize that, you know, a lot of people need to see my account. So support by liking the video. Thank you very much. As a portfolio manager that I am, because I manage my own portfolio, and as a portfolio manager that I am, I try to make sure that I compare my portfolio to the S&P 500. And the reason why I do this is S&P 500 contains the top 500 companies in the world technically. So I always like to compare my portfolio to them. If you look at the month here, we'll take a look at the month. The S&P has grown about 1.6%. You know, it's grown nicely. You know, for the S&P, this is nice. It's grown by 1.6%. Let's take a look at my portfolio right now. As compared to the S&P, my portfolio is lagging a tiny little bit. So as compared to the S&P, my portfolio is lagging a tiny little bit. But I mean, the S&P hasn't been doing badly in the past 6 months, in the past year. Even as we look back to see what happened during the virus time, the S&P hasn't really done too bad at all, and the portfolio as well hasn't done too bad. If you look at a year as well, if you look at a year here, we have $400 in dividend. We have over $10,000 in profit. So the portfolio hasn't done too badly as compared to you know, the S&P 500 growth here, because at the lows it was at 200 and now is at 390. So the S&P hasn't done bad at all, and my portfolio hasn't done badly as well, because this has gained about 50%. So it's doing they're both doing really, really well. Taking a look at the U.S. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen, her comments in terms of her encouraging Congress to basically give more stimulus, that it would help the economy recover faster. I think it's a good thing. There's a lot of talks about the stock market being in a bubble, and the market is going to go down quite significantly in 2021 this year. To be honest, I frankly don't agree with it, because we are going to have a lot more stimulus coming in this year, and where's like there's not a lot of places to put money nowadays. I mean, the treasury bills, the interest is kind of going up little by little, but not a lot of people invest in treasuries. So when people get the stimulus, I think most likely is going to go into the stock market, which in turn will help the stock market grow as well. So I do not believe that this growth that we're seeing in the market, I don't see that stopping anytime soon. So I do agree with the Treasury Secretary that the government should provide more stimulus, at least until towards the end of the year, when people can start going back to work, enough people get the shots and all those things. So I think the stock market would probably keep on going up. Maybe another 5 to 10% this year, if you really think about it, because there's nothing really serious that is going to stop the market from going up, because people are getting a ton of money in stimulus from the government. So the thing that I wanted to kind of add a little bit of commentary to is the GameStop and Robinhood and Citadel situation. So earlier on during the week, they had the hearing about GameStop, and I think it's a good thing that all this company come to the public and talk about why they did what they did. I personally think that Robinhood should not have stopped people from buying stocks, okay? Especially when you name yourself Robinhood. I understand they said they have a lot of things that they had to pay for, but they could have easily stopped. Instead of stopping people from buying GameStop, they could have stopped people from buying Apple. They could have stopped people from buying Microsoft. So they will have enough money for them to be able to back people on Robinhood, like retail investors on Robinhood that wants to purchase GameStop. You could have reduced purchases in other equities instead of GameStop. So I believe that it was wrong for Robinhood to do what they did, because they did not stand up for their name when it matters. So it was fun looking at some of these things, and I would urge you to go look at it as well. If you just put on YouTube, let me just lift this up right here. There you go. GameStop hearings. If you YouTube it, you can basically see all these interviews about what happened and all these things. So I encourage you to watch a few minutes of this, to get a little bit of an idea of what's going on in that department. So to round up the video today, I just wanted to kind of point out Bitcoin here. We are seeing a huge rise in the price of Bitcoin. Now, nobody knows what's going to happen from here, okay? Because Bitcoin, over its lifetime, I've seen some pretty huge rises, right? Like at this time when it went up to 19,000, and then it fell all the way back down to about 3,000. That is huge. If you bought at this point when it was 19, 18, 17, and it goes down to roughly about 3,000, and then it goes up again, then drop all the way back down to about 5,000. This price right here is something to be careful of, okay? Because I thought let me just point this out to you guys. For the people that are chasing this, please Be careful, because nobody knows what's gonna happen. Okay, me too. That I'm talking with this. I have a small stake in Bitcoin, and what I do is I just dollar cost average into it. Every day I go in and I buy a few, little by little. Sometimes I buy $1, sometimes I buy $3. Most of the time I'm just buying $3 every day, $9. I kind of just dollar cost average into it, and it's done well for me. It's done well for me. So far I've doubled my money in it. Cost me $114. Now it's what, $281 here. So I'll be careful. Everybody should be careful, because when you start hearing stuff in the news every day, because now the news are going to be talking about Bitcoin pretty much every day. Oh, Bitcoin is at 50,000, and you might see it again at 60. Just be careful if you want to take part in it. Just, be careful so you don't end up losing a lot of money, because if you look, the general trajectory of Bitcoin hasn't done really bad. At any point, if you just put a decent amount of money in and just hold on to it for a long period of time, you've done well. So this can be an asset whereby it's something to just keep an eye on, add a little bit of exposure. But that's what I'm doing anyways. I'm keeping an eye on it, adding a little bit of exposure every single day. Not something that's going to kill me. $3 to $4. I'm not the type of investor that I like to chase hype. I don't chase hype. I look at things from a critical level, fundamental level, and make decisions based on that. So be careful of the hype right now in Bitcoin and cryptocurrency in general. Thank you for watching. Appreciate you for watching. I'm going to wrap everything up here. Thank you for watching. If you like what I do here, consider subscribing to the channel. Check down in the description below all the links that you need will be there to sign up, to check out the companies that I'm holding here. Every time I post these videos, I share my pie, each and every single one of them. I have the breakdown right there below in the link below. Okay, and also consider liking this video if you like what I do here, and consider subscribing to the channel as well. This channel is all about growing your money, and just growing your money. Let's all get to $1 million. Okay, that's what this channel is about. Showing you my process of how I'm gonna get to $1 million. Okay, I might not be the best communicator. Working on it, but if you look at what I've been doing in this channel, I consistently produce results. So if you watch this video and you like it, check out some of the other videos that I have. You might like some of them as well. So thank you again for watching. Appreciate you. Until next time, see you later. Love you all.